I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. What's up, people? Talking to it. Oh, yes, it is a great day. And I am telling you, I am so very excited to have my next guest, okay? Because he has done some stuff that is like, wow. And I'm in love with like music, just music in its entirety. And I want to thank Johnny Britt for being on the show today. Most definitely. And want to congratulate him because he's got some stuff going on right now with Mr. I'm going to say it right now, Will Downing. Yes. Yes. Oh, let me stop. Let me just stop. Okay. Because I need to get him on the show right now. Just, oh, welcome to the show, Mr. Britt. How are you?
Hey, Yaya, how you doing? Thank you so much for having me. I'm down here in sunny Florida with you, and I love it.
Isn't it beautiful down here? Oh my gosh, it's great.
It is.
Wow. So I wanted to go back
It's
a little bit. Go ahead.
yeah. I just want to say, I am a trumpet player, so I'm a trumpeter singer, and I know
Right.
you had
So
mentioned something about the saxophone, but I don't play
yeah,
sax.
no, I said I love horns. I love absolutely love horns, like the sax. The trumpet is like, I mean, it's like you have three things. How do you do that? Never mind. It's okay. Okay. You know more than I do, but it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think the trumpet is not as easy as it seems.
No, it's actually it's crazy that you would ask that. The reason that I started playing the trumpet because I looked at it and only had three valves, and I thought it was the easiest. It couldn't be that hard, but it just so happens it is the hardest instrument in the world to play, because it only has three valves, and you have to play all these overtones and what have you. But I'm so glad that I fell in love with the trumpet and I became a professional. So yeah, I love the trumpet.
Wow, wow. And I mean, I'm kind of backwards. If the less it has, the more intricate I think it is. It's like, okay, you have two, we ain't gonna do that. Nope, not gonna do that. But I wanted to go back a little bit and find out, how did you know you were going to be a trumpeter? I mean, you said you looked at it, you figured it had the least amount of valves and you went for it. But what made you go for a wind instrument, a brass wind instrument
You
at
know,
that?
that's a really good question, and I think that like you evolve into an instrument. You don't really know, the moment you pick it up, and I just think just having fun with it. I started playing trumpet with Arsenio Hall actually in middle school in Cleveland, Ohio. I was playing in we played in concert band together, and he was in the percussion section playing drums, and I was a trumpet player, and we're just having fun. And I think you just kind of like evolve, having fun. The girls like you playing and stuff. And I think then I started really getting into like Miles Davis and a lot of the jazz figures, and it was just an evolution, and it still is evolving in regards to the love of the instrument and how I got to love the instrument. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. I think I love the way it sounds. I love the way that you guys can make it sing. It's as if it's singing something, you know what I mean? How I mean,
Yeah.
did you notice that when you started to really really get good that you can make it sing and sound like words almost?
Well, the thing is about it is like with any type of instrument, and like the trumpet, for example, it's just an amplifier, in my opinion. Like, with the guitar, you have an amplifier and you plug the guitar in, and the amplifier is what, radiates the sound. So I feel that like I am the instrument. So the music that you hear from my horn or my voice, it's coming from my soul, and it's coming from like your inner ear, So I think it takes time to really develop how to express yourself on the horn, because for me, like, there's a lot of you have to know music theory. You have to know your intervals. I'm getting technical here, but you have to kind of like, I can hear something and then I can play it. It's just like a thought. When you think of the thought, you can say it, and that's the way you have to become on an instrument to be able to express yourself like you're talking about. So, but it's years of practice. It's years of just uh, training your ear, and being able to be mobile and mastering the art of the trumpet to make it do what you're hearing and what you want it to do.
Wow. Wow. Now let me ask you a question because this has popped up so many times with my friends that play, the brass instruments, the horn, the saxophone, and the trombone and all that. Okay, so when it's hot outside, you get one really nice warm, instrument. But what happens when it's cold outside, or when you're outside and it's cold? I mean, I heard them say, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe I can't get this warm." What happens really?
Well, what happens is if it's too hot because it's brass, the instrument typically I think the brass will loosen up and the tone will be flat, meaning under the pitch. And so you would have to compensate that by really pushing in your valve slide to kind of bring the pitch up. But long story short, when it's hot, the instrument becomes flatter.
Oh,
So you have to
wow.
do things to lip it up, to pull in certain tubes in the horn to bring the pitch up. And when it's really cold outside, really I blow air into the horn, so it regulates in regards to being able to play the horn and so that the horn doesn't play sharp. So it's kind of a touch. It's a catch 22 on how to
Oh, wow.
maintain the tuning of a horn, but temperature definitely does play a role in it.
Wow, that is amazing. I'm just I mean, I never had it explained to me that way, and I've always
Mhm.
wanted to ask, but I'm
Mhm.
that kind of person where I want to ask. But literally speaking, that is amazing. So too hot is flat and too cold is sharp. That's amazing. That's
That's right.
amazing. Wow, wow. So your music, when you figured out that this is what you wanted to do and you began to write, how did that all transpire? And then now look where you're at today. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I think that like with anything, I don't think it's really forced. I think that it evolves. And in regards to my writing, I evolved into writing, and I've been writing for a very, very long time. And I just love to write. Writing from a lyrical standpoint are telling stories about your girlfriend, your boyfriend, broken heart, or just any kind of stories. It's poetry, and I love to rhyme and put lyric to melodies. But when it comes to writing music, I'm a piano player also, and I always
Mm,
stress that for you youngsters out there listening, learn the piano, because the piano, it will really help you into songwriting, the essence of, because it's a harmonic instrument. The trumpet is not a harmonic instrument, so you can't play more than one note on the trumpet, but on the piano you can. So since I've developed my skills as a piano player, and I know harmony, and again it goes to hearing, like I'm hearing what I'm expressing on my horn. Well, I can hear what I want to express on the piano, and it comes from like a groove standpoint, chord changes standpoint. But that's the way I write, and I love writing. I write a lot, and I write and produce all of my songs. I arrange them, and I'm so very proud of that. That I've attained those skill sets to be able to do it all myself.
that is just amazing. Wow, wow. And I mean, being a multi-instrumentalist is just a necessity, especially if you're doing, instrumentals to begin with. My gosh, my gosh. So you just did something. You just did something. You got a new song out. And I mean, just tell everybody about it. I mean, literally speaking, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
What
the
is
new song,
what
actually, I think the new song that you're talking about is what I have with Will Downing. But
Yes.
I'm telling you about another song that I have out. It's actually number 2 in the country right now. It's an instrumental song. It's called After We Play. It's the title track of my album, and it features Peter White. It's Peter White and I, and that's an instrumental track. It should be number 1 in the country this week. But the song that you're referring to is my R&B Valentine's Day single, and happy Valentine's Day to all everyone out there. It's called Butterflies, and it's not the butterflies from Michael Jackson. It is a butterflies that I wrote. I wrote it with my son, Josh. And again, it comes from the music. Josh brought me this idea, and I heard it. I could hear it, and long story short, on how I got Will Downing on this dynamic track was I have my
Yeah.
own radio show called The Turntable with Johnny Britt. It's on Solar Radio, and it comes on 4 o'clock every Sunday Pacific Standard Time. You can get that information off my website, johnnybritt.com.
Okay.
But during this interview with Will Downing, at the end, I told him that I was going to write a song for us. And when I do, I'm going to give him a call. And Will was like, just bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. And so when we wrote Butterflies, I knew I had something. And of course, Will, he has a certain brand and a standard, and he's not going to sing anything that he doesn't like.
Right.
So when he said, "Let me hear the song," I sent it to him, and he fell in love with the song.
Mm.
And he gave me everything that I wanted as a producer. And I just love the contrast, the light and shade of Butterflies, because I sing tenor, um, first tenor, silky high tenor voice.
Mhm.
And of course, Will has that baritone that's just to die for. So I just like the light and shade, the contrasting of what we do together on Butterflies. But yeah, Butterflies is doing very, very well, and it just came out, and I so appreciate you playing it. I'm digging it.
We're gonna play it at the end, but now I'm just so curious about the other one. Tell me about that. How did that happen?
Say it one more time, please.
I'm so curious about the other song. The number, I mean, it's on the charts now, right? I
Yeah, that
how did
after
that
we
happen? Come
play.
on
Yeah, that's
now.
after we play. You probably have read my resume, but I've written for a number of artists, and I've had three number one hit records with Boney James. I've written on just about
Yes.
all of his albums, and I write for a lot of different people. I've written for a lot of different people,
Mhm.
and just recently I decided to record some of my own songs that I've recorded on other people, and one of those songs is After We Play. It's a song that I wrote after we play. I wrote it a while back, and I placed it on Rick Braun, actually,
Mhm.
and he did it while ago. It never came out on radio, but I knew it was a hit song. I knew it was a great song. It had a different title. I had a different title on it, and for this new album, I said I want to redo this song the Johnny Britt way, and I called it After We Play. So it's a song that I know, when if you have a good song, it's a good song, and it's going to be a good song for years.
Yes.
So I'm very, very pleased to again. I had Peter White on my radio show, and I told him the same thing that I told Will. I said, "Hey man, I'm working on an album, and when I find the right song, I'm gonna call you. Like for you to play on the album with me." And he said the same thing Will said. Okay, that's fine, Johnny. And so when I put the track down, the music down for After We Play, I sent it to him, and fortunate enough for me, just like Will, Peter White fell in love with the track, and we did it. We went in and did the track. We also did a music video. Please check it out. You can go to
Yeah, I'm gonna play
YouTube.
that. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. That's
yeah, you can
happening.
go YouTube.
Oh, yeah, we got that. We
Yeah,
got
the
it. I
YouTube.
got it
Yeah, so
already.
we did a video and a whole thing, and Peter White says, "I think we're gonna do well on this song," and he was right. We are going straight to number one with this song, and I could not be happier.
That is amazing. That is amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So I just want to thank you so much for being on the show. And I want you to tell everybody where they can reach you, even though they probably already know because it's been ticking
No,
down below.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. And once again, thank you so much for having me on your show. You guys can reach me and come say hello to me at johnnybritt.com. You can also join my YouTube page, Johnny Britt at YouTube, Johnny Britt Twitter, Johnny Britt Facebook artist. That's my fan page, and also Johnny Britt Twitter. I love hearing from all my fans from around the world. Old fans as well. I founded the group called Impromptu. Back in the day, a lot of you guys remember my group Impromptu. So I welcome the old fans, the new fans, make sure you check out After We Play. It comes out March 17th, but you can actually order it on johnnybritt.com and get a autographed copy now. We did some rush orders, so that is available now. The album, the signed CD, but it won't be available to the world until March 17th.
Awesome.
Be sure to check out my radio show too, The Turntable with Johnny Britt. And last but not least, I have a book coming out in April, and it's called The Soloist, and it's my life story from starting out with Arsenio Hall in Cleveland, Ohio, studying at the Conservatoire de Versailles right outside of Paris, France, with the first trumpet player of the Paris Opera there, to doing my thing in Chicago, being discovered by Otis Williams as their youngest ever musical director, touring the world with them, becoming the co-music producer of the Emmy Award-winning film The Temptations. It's all in The Soloist, my brand new book coming out in April.
Awesome. Congrats. Just go, boy. Just go. I love it. I love it. Thank you
Thank you.
so much for being on the show. I so appreciate it. We're going to be playing that music coming up right now. Is there anything else that we would like to know that we missed or anything like that?
I'm sorry, say it one more time, City.
Did we miss anything? Did we cover everything?
I think we covered everything. You've been really a doll. Just check out my tour dates. If you are in the Richmond, Virginia area, I will be at the Tin Pan. That's April 1st. If you are in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, I will be at the Middle C, and that will be March 28th. And you can go to johnnybritt.com to check out my tour dates to see my entire tour schedule.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I want to thank you so much for being on the show. I so appreciate it. And
Mhm.
Mr. Britt, please, when you have new music, please think of me.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah. Well, I'll be more than happy to do that. We'll send you the whole album. Just give us your information, okay?
Okay, I'll make sure you get it.
You got it.
All right, thank you, Mr. Britt. And here it is. We're gonna be playing two different songs, but the first one we're gonna be playing right here is gonna be with Johnny Britt and Mr. Will Downing. It's called Butterflies.
Happy
All right,
Valentine's Day.
Do I still feel butterflies? Ooh, how can this be? Be real, 'cause I still feel butterflies. Butterflies. You know that I love you, and I always will. Be there for you and care for you like I promised. So many times it just don't work out. Whatever it is, I remember this. Yes, I know that I'll know that you keep me your heart forever and forevermore. If I don't see you again, oh baby, feel butterfly, butterfly. How can this be real? I still feel butterfly. You know that I promised to never compromise my feelings, babe. My feelings for you, I'll always treasure every moment. Just what we had, we can't be mad. Know that I love you, yes I do. my heart. Ever now and forevermore. Forevermore. If I don't see you again, tell me, why do I still feel butterflies, butterflies? How can this be real? How can this be real that I still feel butterflies, butterflies? Why do I feel butterflies? Why do I still feel? I still feel when you're not around, not around. How can this be really for me? Must be real, 'cause I still feel.